Welcome to Debating About Starfire.
Starfire is a superheroine created by Marv Wolfman and George Perez, appearing in American comic books created by DC Comics. She first debuted in a preview story inserted within DC Comics Presents number 26, October, 1980. Since the character's introduction, Starfire is a major recurring character in Teen Titans and various other iterations of the team, sometimes depicted as the team's leader, and a significant love interest for Dick Grayson.
Within the main continuity of the DC universe, her origin is revealed to be Princess Coriander, an alien princess from the planet Tamaran and heir to the throne until she was ousted in a coup by her elder sister, Commander, also known as Blackfire, who sold her into slavery. Subjected to torture and sexual exploitation, Coriander would later receive additional powers following experimentations by alien scientists. Escaping her captors, the character would find herself on Earth and befriended the Teen Titans, becoming a long-lasting member of the team over the years. The character has appeared on several other teams, including The Outsiders, Outlaws, and Justice League Odyssey. While on Earth, the character has been depicted as a model under the alias Corianders, occasionally the leader of the Teen Titans, and was the principal of Teen Titans Academy during a period in which the Titans helped train future superheroes of the DC universe.
Starfire has been featured in various media outside comic books. Within television, she is notably voiced by Hynden Walsh in the Teen Titans animated series and portrayed by Anna Diop the Titans television drama. She also appears in several movies set in the DC animated movie universe, and as a playable character in Injustice 2 and Lego DC Supervillains voiced by Carrie Wildgren.
Publication history.
Created by Marv Wolfman and George Perez, Starfire first appeared in DC Comics Presents number 26, October, 1980, in a preview story heralding a new incarnation of the Teen Titans that also introduced Cyborg and Raven. The new series, The New Teen Titans, debuted in November, 1980, and the Teen Titans subsequently became DC Comics' most popular superhero team of its day.
Fictional character biography.
Starfire is actually Princess Coriander of the planet Tamaran in the Vega system, and was in line to rule the planet as queen. Commander, also known as Blackfire, her older sister, developed a bitter rivalry with her after suffering a disease in infancy that robbed her of the ability to harness solar energy to allow her to fly and, by extension, her right to the throne. This rivalry continued and intensified when the siblings were sent for warrior training with the warlords of Okara. Things came to a head during a sparring exercise in which Commander attempted to kill her sister. As a result, Commander was expelled and she swore vengeance.
That revenge came in a plot where Commander betrayed her planet by supplying detailed information about Tamaran's defenses to their enemies, the Citadel. They conquered Tamaran with ease, and the surrender conditions included the enslavement of Coriander, who was never permitted to return, since that would mean the Citadel would devastate the planet for breaking the treaty. To her horror, Coriander learned that Commander was her master. Her own older sister made the most of her siblings' years of horrific servitude, which included frequent torture and sexual exploitation. When Coriander killed one of her captors, Commander decided to execute her as punishment, but the sisters were attacked and captured by the Scions, a group of sadistic alien scientists. While performing deadly experiments on the sisters to test their solar energy absorption limits, the Scion were attacked by Commander's forces. Coriander broke free using her newly developed Starbolts, destructive blasts of ultraviolet energy which were a result of the experiment. Out of misplaced familial loyalty, she freed Commander, who was still absorbing more amounts of ultraviolet energy. Far from grateful, Commander contemptuously struck her sister down with the same energy, but with more intensity and power, and also had her restrained for later execution.
During Infinite Crisis, Starfire joined Donna's new Cronus team that went to investigate a hole in the universe that was found during the Ranthanaga War. They arrived at the reset center of the universe and with the help of assorted heroes aided in the defeat of Alexander Luthor, who was attempting to recreate the multiverse and build a perfect Earth from it. She is reported missing at the end of the crisis.
On the 7th day of the 5th week of 52, Starfire is shown to be stranded on a paradise-like planet with Animal Man and Adam Strange. In the same issue, it was revealed that energy ripples caused by Alexander Luthor, Jr., altered the Zeta ray beams the space heroes were going to use to return home. Among other things, it caused the trio to be teleported together to the planet.
A week and some time later, Starfire is seen eating an odd-narcotic native fruit. Luckily, Adam's tough love seems to snap her out of it, or at least make her stop eating the fruit. 2 days later, Devilance, a being whose presence Buddy had sensed earlier, appears to Starfire. A week, 2 days, and 2 nights later, Adam and Buddy go looking for her. Unfortunately, they find her caught in a large net, hanging from above. Just as Buddy realizes it is a trap, he and Adam get caught in a similar net, with Devilance staring at them. 3 days and 2 nights later, Starfire awakens and works together with her comrades to distract Devilance. She pays Devilance back for capturing her by stealing his stuff and striking him with it before catching up with Buddy and Adam. As the trio head back to the ship, hoping to use the staff as a power source. Devilance broods, bound by the same vines he had used to restrain his captives.
At the end of week 16, the repairs on the ship are completed and the trio take off for Earth. Devilance later suddenly attacks the ship and takes back his lance. Just as Devilance is about to destroy the ship, he is torn apart by Lobo. Believing he is going to attack them next, Starfire convinces Lobo to help the trio by offering payment, but not before he rips her top off. She returns to the ship to explain the situation to her companions while Lobo hitches the ship to his space bike. They follow Lobo in his new stronghold in Sector 3500, a sector of space mysteriously ravaged, and ruled by Lobo acting as religious man. To save him, and the inhabitants, from a swarm of strange creatures, Starfire is forced to use the Emerald Eye of Ekron, alerting Ekron himself. The ragtag team is then forced to flee, with Lobo acting as their guide, gaining Ekron's help and discovering their real enemy, Lady Styx, bringing havoc and mayhem in the entire galaxy. Starfire agrees to fight her, and she is brought as a prisoner of the galactic villainess by Lobo, in an attempt to foil her defenses. The attempt succeeds, but Buddy is seemingly killed, and Lobo leaves.
Starfire and Adam are left alone in space, their ship slowly breaking apart, still pursued by angry Lady Styx followers. Starfire is badly injured, and a blind Adam Strange, who is reliant on machinery which is no longer useful, cannot do anything to help her. Just as they are going to crash into a sun, however, Mogo and a rookie Green Lantern come to their rescue. Cured, but still recovering, she travels to Earth to return Buddy's jacket back to his wife Ellen, unaware that Buddy was resurrected and arrived on Earth shortly before her. Upon her return, she manages to destroy two of Lady Styx's followers who were attacking Buddy and his wife. She then returns Buddy's jacket to his wife, before passing out from exhaustion and is left in the care of the Baker family.
Starfire, Adam Strange, and Animal Man are fated to join forces again in the Countdown to Adventure 8-issue miniseries. In issue number 1 of the series, Starfire discovers her powers have gone but decides to make an attempt at a normal life. Buddy invites her to stay with the family as an after-school sitter despite Ellen's discomfort with how close Buddy and Starfire seem. This worsens when Buddy's son attacks Corey whilst under the effects of Lady Styx's virus. Animal Man's decision to follow Starfire rather than watch over his son in the hospital leads Ellen to ask if he's in love with her, to which Buddy does not reply. Despite the loss of her powers, Starfire demonstrates her combat abilities as she and Animal Man fight off crowds of people infected by the virus.
They later trapped in San Diego with the infectees where they are joined by the Teen Titans who are trying to break through a force field to get to the healer's ship. After Buddy is captured, Ellen joins Starfire to save Animal Man from dissection but are interrupted by more victims of the Lady Styx virus. Alana and Adam Strange arrive at the scene via the Zeta beam and meet up with Starfire and Ellen Baker, saves Buddy, and teleports to Ran restoring Starfire's powers, and she then rids the planet of Lady Styx's virus.
The team finds out that the sterilization is taking place in San Diego. Starfire uses her powers to heal the people, and is later seen leaving the Baker household for parts unknown. Starfire, Animal Man, Ellen, and Adam Strange are teleported by a broken Zeta beam to Earth. Starfire attempts to rid the disease but is soon tackled by Champ Hazard into the ground. Adam Strange blasts Champ off Corey and she cures San Diego of the Lady Styx virus. She then leaves the Baker's household to return to the Titans.
The trio again join forces in the Ran-Thanagar Holy War. After a meeting at Titan's Tower, Adam Strange Zeta beams Starfire and Animal Man to Ran. Apparently the belief of Lady Styx still remained even after the virus has been eliminated. Their plan is to use a telepath to show the horror of Lady Styx.
After the apparent defeat of Lady Styx, Starfire once again returned to Animal Man's home. One afternoon, she and Animal Man's son were attacked by a water demon in Buddy's swimming pool. Meanwhile, her old Titan teammates had also been attacked by assorted demonic entities. This led to Starfire, Nightwing, Troya, Cyborg, Beast Boy, Raven, Kid Flash, and Red Arrow, to reassemble as a team, when they realized that the attacks are the result of a resurrected Trigon and his newly discovered 3 sons. While investigating, the Titans began to experience unexplained mood shifts.
Soon after, the team met up in New York's Central Park, where they attempted to recover from these mood shifts and realized that each shift coincided with one of the 7 deadly sins. The team was then approached by the sons of Trigon. They battled the villainous progeny, and drove them away. Starfire and Nightwing then discuss their actions while under the influence of Trigon's sons. While Nightwing shows hints at wanting to renew their relationship, Starfire questions his commitment to the relationship and goes so far as to ask Nightwing whether or not he's ready for them to be together without ever having to find excuses. Nightwing, to his own surprise and reluctance, admits that while he does love her and always will, he is not, leading to them for now leaving their reunion in doubt.
Most recently, she has been captured and turned into a Justifier, as seen in Final Crisis, Resist. She has since been freed, although the loss of control she gathered from the Justifier helmet distressed her severely. She was more than happy to destroy a warehouse full of them when Mr. Terrific offered her and Cyborg to destroy them.
During Heroes Day, a time when the heroes of the DC Universe join in remembrance of dead comrades, Starfire and the Titans were attacked by Black Lantern versions of their fallen teammates. During the battle, Starfire and Cyborg were subjected to a psychic attack by the Black Lantern Omen, putting them both in a euphoric state as they experienced their greatest desires for Starfire, marrying Dick Grayson. Both she and Cyborg were rescued by Beast Boy.
Following the dissolution of the current JLA after Blackest Night, Starfire is invited by Donna to join Kamiyo Hoshi's new Justice League. After a short time with the team, Starfire quit the team and left a note to Dick explaining why. She then returns to where Tamaran used to be, to find that it had mysteriously returned. It is revealed that real Docs of Legion has moved the planet Ran where Tamaran used to be. Starfire agrees to join Legion and enters into a relationship with Captain Comet. Soon Tamaranian refugees, led by Blackfire, attack Ran believing that since the planet was in Tamaran's orbit they had claim to it. The violence was ended when Real Docs, who was off-world at the start of the conflict, arrived with Thanagarian warships and stopped the fighting without bloodshed on either side. The tension between the Ranians and the Tamaranians was resolved by allowing the Tamaranians to live on Ran's uninhabited southern continent. Although her relationship with Comet was only physical for her, Comet thought different, thus ending their relationship. She also assisted the Green Lantern Corps in battling Scions. Starfire helped create an alliance between Ranians, Tamaranians and Legion after defeating Stero the Conqueror, ensuring security for Ran, the Vega system and the galaxy. She later returns to Earth and is among the many heroes present at Ryan Choi's funeral.
In 2011, DC Comics cancelled all of their monthly titles and rebooted the DC Universe continuity with 52 new titles in an initiative dubbed the New 52. As part of the relaunch, Starfire became the cast member of the series Red Hood and the Outlaws. In the new continuity, the character appears to have a similar origin, though she is now a member of that titular group, in which Jason Todd, Red Hood, and Roy Harper, Arsenal, are her teammates. As in the previous continuity, she has a past relationship with Dick Grayson. One significant change to her backstory is that she was sold into slavery by her sister to save Tamaran from the Citadel. Another is that her ship, which crashed on a tropical island, appears to be her primary home, where she keeps a number of articles of Dick Grayson's clothing, which eventually serve to become part of Jason's Red Hood uniform.
Aliens of all sorts, but especially Tamaranians, are hunted after on Earth as a man called Crux finds a picture of her, then attacks her and attempts to drain her powers away. After she is attacked by Crux, it is revealed she was experimented on to some measure by the Citadel, which allowed her to retain her power through unconventional means after being hit with technology designed to drain her powers.
Starfire, at first, seemingly no longer remembers the Teen Titans when asked about them. However, it's later shown that she does retain her memories and recalls Dick Grayson and Roy's full name. Her sexual desires are brought up very casually when she offhandedly offers Harper a chance to sleep with her. Corey tells Jason and Roy that Tamaranians are said to have a short attention span when it comes to all things Earth, seeing humans as little more than sensory experiences. Later, it is shown that Coriander lied about her species' characteristics for personal reasons, and that her race in fact processes romantic feelings very deeply.
In a flashback, Jason reveals that Coriander is the one who found him and nursed him back to health on the island she has made her home, after her ship crashed on it. The two attempted a romantic relationship, but Jason later notes that they just friend-zoned each other. However, he considers her a dear friend, and narrates that if he ever gets used to Coriander kissing him, to shoot him.
It's soon revealed that Coriander is commander of a spaceship named Starfire, the crew consisting of slaves she helped free when she herself escaped slavery. The Starfire has returned to Earth for Corey because that Tamaran has been taken over by the Blight, a parasitic alien race. Starfire talks to Roy and Jason in private and explains that she and Commander, her sister, were always not on the best of terms, though they tried. This is mainly because Corey blames her sister and the people of Tamaran for her enslavement, so she is torn on if she should help them now. Roy is then kidnapped during an attack on the ship and taken to Tamaran, driving Star to go to her home planet. Eventually, Starfire decides she cannot leave her people and her sister helpless, so after they rescue Roy, the Outlaws and the crew of the Starfire help Blackfire take back Tamaran, and Corey reconciles with her sister.
Later on, Corey's memories are forcefully returned, which leads Roy Harper to discover that she lied about her nonchalance towards relationships. Roy breaks up with her because of his own trust issues, particularly towards Oliver Queen, but the two reconcile later on, resulting in a much more tender relationship, since Corey is able to be emotive as she normally is, and no longer has to hide her emotions. Roy openly admits to Jason several times that he loves her, and later on, the pair confess their love to one another.
Right at the end of the series, Tamaran is invaded again by Hellspent, and, to ensure the safety of her people, Blackfire sides with him on the condition that Tamaran be spared. Coriander is devastated, but eventually, however, Blackfire hears her sister's pleas and betrays Hellspin, destroying him and nearly killing herself in the process.
This leads Corey and Roy to break up, though purely out of necessity, as Coriander is forced to return to Tamaran, so that Blackfire can get the medical attention she needs. The two share a kiss, and Coriander promises to remember Roy for forever and a day. After Starfire departs, Roy announces to Jason that he, too, will now go his separate way, too, thus leaving Jason on his own. Rose Wilson, who was hired to kill Coriander, but eventually decided not to when she realized she was hired by Hellspin, asks if Jason needs a minute after losing his team. He replies that they were not a team, they were friends.
In 2015, Coriander was given a new solo ongoing series titled Starfire, wherein she returns to Earth. Presumably by this point her sister is healed, specifically, to Key West, a city, and island, in Florida. She befriends the local sheriff, Stella Gomez, and a super-powered woman whose civilization lives inside the Earth's surface, called Atlee. As of issue number 5, she has also befriended Stella's widowed brother, Sol, who bears a striking resemblance to Dick Grayson, and appears to not be particularly interested in heroism.
In DC's new status quo, DC Rebirth, Starfire is in the Teen Titans book, recruited by Damian Wayne to be a part of his new Teen Titans. After Damian crosses a line by kicking Kid Flash off the team, Starfire is chosen as the new leader of the Teen Titans. Starfire eventually joins the Justice League Odyssey, consisting of herself, Cyborg, Green Lantern, Jessica Cruz, Azrael and Darkseid.
She is later converted against her will to join Darkseid before being seemingly killed by her sister Blackfire, who believes that she will be brought back to life by Epoch.
Character overview.
While a member of the Teen Titans, Coriander was frequently romantically involved with Robin, Dick Grayson, and has contemplated marriage. In one instance, their wedding was interrupted by Raven, who was evil at the time. Raven murdered the priest before he could pronounce Dick and Coriander husband and wife, but canonically they were still married regardless. The Flash, Volume 2, number 81-83. The relationship was already on unsteady ground after Raven came in, with Coriander fearing that Dick was rushing into marriage and also concerned about the anti-alien sentiments that sprang up in response to the news of the impending nuptials. In the Titans of Tomorrow storyline, Batwoman said that Starfire would have a wonderful future with Nightwing. The half-blood Mary Grayson was born from their union in the Kingdom Come timeline. However, during Infinite Crisis, an image from the Titans Tomorrow timeline shows a gravestone implied to belong to a deceased Dick Grayson.
Starfire has also been married twice to Tamaranian men, once to the Prince Keris to seal a peace treaty, and once to General Fizzin out of love. Keris died in battle, while Fizzin died trying to defend New Tamaran against the Sun Eater.
Within the depiction of Tamaran's culture in the DC universe, concepts such as open marriage are more common and accepted. Due to her upbringing, Starfire's sex positivism and free-thinking habits such as a fondness for practicing nudism, openness to polygamous relationships and acceptance of open sex and pansexual free love with persons regardless of terrestrial species, race or gender, usually lead her into conflict with Earth's more reserved culture and customs. In recent years, the character was developed to be polyamorous and pansexual.
Powers and abilities.
Starfire is a Tamaranian and as such her physiology is designed to constantly absorb ultraviolet radiation. The radiation is then converted to pure energy, allowing her to fly at supersonic speeds. Starfire is capable of using this power to fly in space and even go fast enough to cross several solar systems in minutes to seconds. This energy also gives her incredible superhuman strength and durability. This strength, combined with her fighting skills, allowed her to defeat the powerful Donatello about 1 out of 3 times during purely hand-to-hand matches. She later proved strong enough to fight against Wonder Woman for a certain period of time and, during a fit of rage, was so strong that Donatello was unable to contain her without the help of Mon-El. It must be stated however that when this event occurred, Donatello was only 1/10 of Diana's strength. Donatello was not the powerhouse of strength she is now in DC's Rebirth era. Superman even admitted in the Batman Who Laughs story arc during a fight with Donatello that she is now just as powerful as Wonder Woman. In the 2003 TV series, Starfire was strong enough to easily throw vehicles and destroy entire streets with her blows. After being experimented on by the alien science, Starfire gained the ability to release her absorbed energy into powerful blasts called Starbolts.
As shown in the Insiders crossover story arc, Teen Titans and Outsiders, Starfire can also release nearly all of her stored energy as a powerful omnidirectional explosive burst, many times stronger and more powerful than her standard blasts. The released energy leaves her in a weakened state. She's also shown that she can consciously absorb ambient ultraviolet energy. Starfire also demonstrated more control over her powers in the New 52 reboot, having used her internal energy to melt the metal of Jason Todd's gun when it came into contact with her skin. Starfire, and all Tamaranians, are capable of assimilating languages through physical contact with another person. When Starfire attempts to do so with a male, she typically does so by kissing because it is more fun for her. Starfire is also proficient in hand-to-hand combat, having been trained by the warlords of Okura. She also doesn't need to eat, drink, sleep and doesn't require an atmosphere to breathe unless she is low on ultraviolet energy.
In other media,
Starfire appears in the 1984 Keebler PSA New Teen Titans Say No to Drugs as a member of the New Teen Titans. Starfire appears in Teen Titans, 2003, voiced by Hynden Walsh. This version is a founding member of the eponymous Teen Titans who does not use contractions in her speech, possesses a limited grasp of Earth culture, and a tendency to misstate or misunderstand common idioms. Additionally, she displays initially unrequited romantic feelings for team leader Robin. Starfire appears in the new Teen Titans segment of DC Nation Shorts, voiced again by Hynden Walsh. Citation needed. This version is a member of the Teen Titans. Starfire appears in Teen Titans Go, voiced again by Hynden Walsh. This version is a member of the Teen Titans who is oblivious to Robin's romantic feelings for her, seeing him instead as a brother. Additionally, the Teen Titans, 2003 incarnation of Starfire appears in the episode The Academy via archival footage. Starfire makes a non-speaking cameo appearance in a DC Super Friends short. Starfire appears in Titans, portrayed by Anna Diop. This version was sent to Earth to kill Rachel Roth to prevent her from releasing Trigon, only to lose her memories following a car crash. While in this state, she joins forces with Dick Grayson and Gar Logan to protect Roth. Despite eventually regaining her memories, Starfire chooses to stay on Earth as a member of Grayson's Titans and help Roth control her powers. Starfire makes a cameo appearance in Crisis on Infinite Earths via archival footage from the Titans episode Titans. A young Starfire appears in the DC Superhero Girls, 2019 episode Twin Titans, voiced by Grey DeLisle.
The Teen Titans, 2003 incarnation of Starfire appears in Teen Titans, Trouble in Tokyo, voiced again by Hynden Walsh. While helping the Titans combat Brushigan in Japan, she and Robin eventually become a couple. Starfire appears in Superman Batman, Public Enemies, voiced by Jennifer Hale. This version works for President Lex Luthor. Starfire appears in films set in the DC animated movie universe DCAMU, voiced by Kari Wildgren. A picture of Starfire appears in Batman vs. Robin. Starfire makes a cameo appearance in Batman. Bad Blood. Starfire appears in Justice League vs. Teen Titans. Here, she becomes the leader of the Teen Titans following the departure of previous leader Dick Grayson. Citation needed. Starfire appears in Teen Titans, The Judas Contract, 29, while combating Deathstroke and Brother Blood. She experiences doubt over leading the Titans, though Grayson assures her he named her his successor for a good reason. Starfire makes a non-speaking appearance in Justice League Dark, Apocalypse War. She leads the Titans in defending Earth from Darkseid's Paradooms, only to be captured, brainwashed, and converted into a cyborg Fury before being freed 2 years later. Starfire appears in LEGO DC Comics Superheroes, Justice League, Gotham City Breakout, voiced again by Hynden Walsh. Starfire appears in DC Superhero Girls, Hero of the Year, voiced again by Hynden Walsh. Starfire appears in DC Superhero Girls, Intergalactic Games, voiced again by Hynden Walsh. Starfire appears in DC Superhero Girls, Legends of Atlantis, voiced again by Hynden Walsh. Starfire appears in Teen Titans Go! To the Movies, voiced again by Hynden Walsh. The Teen Titans Go! 2013, and Teen Titans, 2003, incarnations of Starfire appear in Teen Titans Go! Vs. Teen Titans, with both voiced again by Hynden Walsh. Additionally, several alternate reality versions of Starfire appear throughout the film, such as her Tiny Titans, New Teen Titans comic, and DCAMU counterparts. The Teen Titans Go! 2013 incarnation of Starfire appears in Teen Titans Go! See Space Jam, voiced again by Hynden Walsh. The Teen Titans Go! 2013 incarnation of Starfire appears in Teen Titans Go! And DC Superhero Girls, Mayhem in the Multiverse, voiced again by Hynden Walsh.
Starfire appears as a playable character in Teen Titans, 2005, voiced again by Hynden Walsh. Starfire appears as a playable character in Teen Titans, 2006, voiced again by Hynden Walsh. Starfire appears in DC Universe Online, voiced by Adrian Misler. Starfire appears as a character summon in Scribblenauts Unmasked, a DC Comics adventure. Starfire, based on the Teen Titans, 2003 incarnation, appears as a playable character in LEGO Batman 3, Beyond Gotham via the Heroines vs. Villainesses DLC pack. Starfire appears as a downloadable playable character in Injustice 2, voiced again by Kari Wildgren. This version is stated to be a member of the Teen Titans who died years prior. The Teen Titans Go! 2013 incarnation of Starfire appears as a playable character in LEGO Dimensions, voiced again by Hynden Walsh. Starfire appears as a playable character in LEGO DC Supervillains, voiced again by Kari Wildgren. Starfire appears in Teeny Titans, voiced again by Hynden Walsh. Starfire appears as a playable character in DC Unchained.